Hi there, Andrew Chubb here from Awalé Resources, listed on the Toronto Exchange. ARIC is the ticker on the Toronto Venture Exchange. Talking to you today about BBM, another news release from BBM, and the deeper drilling or down plunge drilling that we've been doing, and the spectacular result that we got from hole BBDD20. The usual forward-looking statements. Odienné Project. If you've seen any of these videos before, you'll be familiar. On the left-hand side there is our just under 2,500 square kilometres of permits there. And on the right-hand side is the zoom in on where is the focus for our mineral resource estimate there from BBM, where the arrow's pointing to, and this discussion, as well as, you can see Charger and Empire within that 10-kilometre radius of BBM. And in the middle, you can see we're up in the northwest of Côte d'Ivoire. So drilling down on BBM, this is our collar plan map, showing the holes there which are stepping back and down along that plunging chute. One straggling hole you can see up there is BBDD16, which are really testing the margins of the resource area. And a lot of the holes last week were actually testing the margins of that resource area. And that's why we saw some mixed results in last week's news release. We had some really nice results, which make it really encouraging about the size of the BBM mineralization, and holes like BBD16 are testing the margins of that initial resource. And you can see we've got even more step out holes there in white that are testing the margins of what we would call an open pittable area. But coming back, these holes in here are testing the plunging chute, which are much more easily shown on the long section LL in the next slide. So you can see here, so this is what I was talking about with 16 up, testing the margins of a resource area for an open pit. But down here, we're starting to look at underground potential. And this is what's really exciting, because it can show significant resource growth beyond an initial open pittable area. So that 38 meters at 3.3 from hole 20 is particularly exciting for us. It's really a repetition of this hole 152, which we reported late last year. 152, I think, it was 3 grams per ton as well, and it's really showing this underground potential. Don't forget that these are discounted results. We discount these results by 20%. We'll have metallurgical results through once we have the PEA, and we think what we'll be reporting to you will be higher grades, because we'll have actual modeled metallurgical recoveries for gold, copper, moly and silver from the drilling at BBM. But this is particularly exciting stuff, and you can see, so inside that plunging chute zone, we're getting these broad, decent grades. There are higher internal grades in these as well, and that is following down on this high grade plunging chute. 13 and 11, the grades are not quite as good, but they're sitting outside that plunging chute. We have to test where the margins of that plunging chute are, and that's what those two holes are doing there, are testing the margins of where that chute is. So we don't see those holes as disappointing at all. That is sort of to be expected kind of holes. So that's where those holes sit. So we're seeing what is predicted there. And you can also see up here we've got some new exploration holes testing for a new plunging chute out here, and there is also a potential other one out here on the southeastern side, which will come. We will test more down in there to see if we can find another plunging chute in there. So really exciting times for us, and just showing that we have got the MRE coming out in April, but in which we think will be really nice for everyone to see, and we're all very excited about that. But beyond that, as we move forward, there is growth potential for BBM. There is growth. We want to show you that there is growth. What we know that there is growth potential at BBM. We know there's growth potential at Charger, and we know that there's growth potential at Empire. And that's alongside the fact that we are also got many more new targets that we are drilling this quarter. So this quarter, whilst we're waiting in between PEA and beginning of PFS drilling, we are actually discovery drilling on the project. So we're discovery drilling on new targets within the joint venture. We are discovery drilling on new targets and the Fremen target within our 100% Awale permits as well, which is really exciting stuff. So just here to close us off on BBM, I said that, you know, we are up dip from OEDD 152, which we reported last year, so 34 meters at 3 grams in that hole, and then up dip from there. You know, we're talking nearly 100 meters up dip, about 80 meters up dip there. We got that 38 meters at 3.3 today. So really exciting stuff, showing again, we talk about it all the time, the robust and consistent nature of mineralization at BBM. So that's sort of where we are, and it's really exciting stuff for us to be seeing that underground potential. So just quickly, like I said, mineral resource estimate April, PEA in Q3, and then we will be going into PFS drilling and delivering PFS in 2027. So just in summary there, great stuff with BBDD 20. Next week, we're at the PDAC. We've got the core shack on Tuesday and Wednesday. Last year we had the core shack as well. It was really well received. We got really interesting geology. If you want to come and see some core from BBDD 20, we've actually got it in the core shack this year. So come and say hi. We've also got 5 members from our team actually. So we got 5 members from our team there. Andrew Smith, the VP Exploration, Brett, one of our geologists, Ben, our country manager in Cote d'Ivoire, and Artem, our VP Corporate Dev, will be around, and we'll be really, really happy to have a talk to you about Awale, the project, the exciting drilling that we're doing, and all these wonderful things that we've got coming down the pipeline for Awale, and the growth that we're going to see in Awale and the project over the next year. Thanks very much, everybody, and I'll speak to you again soon.